Hello, everybody. Hope that you had meaningful Sadarim, and I want to wish you a very meaningful end of Pesach. At the Seder, my son asked me the following question. He said, "It says in the Torah that at the splitting of the sea, that the Jews believed in Hashem and in Moshe, his servants." So Yehuda asked me, why didn't they believe in Hashem after seeing all the miracles in Egypt, all the 10 plagues? Why did it take the splitting of the sea for them to finally believe in God and Moshe? At the moment, I didn't have a good answer. And I looked into it, and many commentators offer different approaches. I'd like to share with you some approaches given to you by the Sfas Emes. The Sfas Emes says that while the 10 miracles in Egypt were incredible, Paro still retained his machinery of injustice. His army, his power, his political power still remained intact. Only after the Kriyas Yamsuf and the drowning and destruction of Paro's army was he stripped of all his power. Did his ability to enslave the Jews that was totally removed from him. Only then did the Jews fully believe in Hashem's power and Hashem's justice. That's one approach, a simple approach. He offers some additional insights. He says, of course the Jews believed in Hashem before. You see, that was emunah pshuta. That was a simple level of faith. The natural faith that every human being has, the natural need to believe in a higher power. But at Kriyas Yamsuf, it wasn't just the splitting of the sea. The Gemara says that there was this mass collective prophecy that even the simplest maid had an experience, and a simple maid was able to experience levels of prophecy that the prophet Yecheskel couldn't achieve. Meaning that there was this tremendous surge of prophetic insight that was given to them, that was manifest in them saying Az Yashir collectively in unison. So that prophecy, that prophetic insight gave them a deeper insight into Hashem. The Sfas Emes says is an emunah based on Torah, an emunah based on the knowledge of Hashem's will, the knowledge of God's thought process. That's a much higher level of emunah. Emunah pshuta is important, is natural, and it's the basis. But a higher level of emunah, when we learn Torah, and we're able to see Hashem's management of the world in nature and through history, we're able to see that gives us a higher level of emunah that can deepen and enrich in our emunah. So there's an additional idea that originally they didn't believe in Moshe per se. That it wasn't clear that Moshe wasn't obvious to everyone that Moshe was a representative of Hashem, right? Moshe would make a promise to Paro, and then it would be fulfilled. But it wasn't clear to all the Jewish people that he was speaking on God's behalf. When Moshe at the sea said, "Watch this: the Egyptians are going to be defeated and destroyed," it was clear that Moshe was acting on behalf of Hashem. It was clear to all the Jews. It was the first time for the Jews that they saw him represent Hashem and fulfill Hashem's mission. Then they believed in Moshe. So the level before of Emunah was a simple level. The level now of Emunah was a level based on their reliance on Moshe. Now the Sfas Emes says they had an Emunas Chachamim. Now they have the ability to trust in God's messengers, and trust in Chachamim, and their ability to rely on Chachamim, our sages, to follow their tradition and ability to perceive Hashem. That's a much higher and richer level. Of course, everyone has emunah, but when we have emunah based on the guidance of our sages, then that's a much higher level of emunah. That's why, therefore, relative to before, it was like they didn't have emunah. Only now do they have emunah. A different approach is that it doesn't say ve'he'aminu and they believe, but vaya'aminu. The Sfas Emes says this means that it wasn't that they had, of course they believed themselves, but now they resolved to make others believe. Vaya'aminu, they will make others believe, and that's why they sang Shira. The song was about inspiring humanity, inspiring the world to have a faith in God, to believe in Hashem. So before they believed themselves, but now they just resolve to make others believe as well, to inspire others to believe as well. And finally, one final approach. Of course, before they had emunah, but there it was emunah that was contemporaneous. Though the Jews who lived then had emunah Hashem, but with the incredible surge of emunah, this incredible surge of prophecy experienced at the sea, then the Sfas Emes says there was an emunah built into the psyche of the Jewish people. Then for all time, all Jews, the Jewish character is there is an emunah in Hashem. And there was embedded at that point a promise that Jewish people as a collective will never abandon their belief in Hashem and abandon their belief in Moshe, his servant, and Moshe, his messenger. Originally, it was an emunah to all those who lived. Afterwards, an emunah that became embedded into our psyche. That all Jews there's a natural belief in Hashem and the Torah embedded into the Jewish soul and the Jewish collective, and that the Jewish collective will never abandon this. And individuals certainly can, but the Jewish collective will never abandon this. So, in short, we have 5 different approaches, and the lessons for us are as follows. Number 1, an emunah based on Torah is much more profound than simple emunah. Simple emunah is important, but it's much more profound when it's enriched by the wisdom of Torah. Number 2, an emunah based on a simple emunah is great, but an emunah based on chachamim, an emunah based on the wisdom of our sages, also much more enriched. Next, it's not enough that we have emunah ourselves, but we have to inspire, make a kiddush Hashem, live lives of joyous morality, and inspire the world to have emunah in Hashem as well. And finally, that the natural character of a Jew is to have emunah in Hashem, and that's the pintaliyah, the hidden spark of emunah in every single Jew. Every Jew deep down has emunah that was sort of seared into us at the emunah of Kriyas Yam Suf, and that we should never lose faith. That the Jews will lose faith. We never feel that Jews are going to abandon the Torah. We know that it's part of our psyche. The Jewish collective will always believe in Hashem and the Torah. Have a wonderful and meaningful Pesach, and I look forward to learning with every one of you in the days and weeks to come. All the best. Have a good Shabbos.